Morning all! Got all the devices, got the specs on. Need to get them done. Now, how are we doing? Are we on? Let's hope so. Oh, let's turn that off. Let's go with that. There we go. Oh, we're on! Morning, my loves. How are we? Oh, hello, I've got the thing bleeping as well. That's my note to say we're on. Now, thank you very much indeed for joining me again. It's lovely to see you all and I'm loving the chat. First of all, Doris. First out the traps. Morning, Doris. Well done, you. It's like the whole thing's off. Deborah, where's Deborah now? Deborah's done something amazing. Lost 11 pounds in weight. Deborah, unbelievable. That's terrific. Well done, you. Dancing and working out. That is the way forward. Somebody else has lost a load of kilos. I mean, you're getting into kilos now. You're so Mediterranean. I love it. How have we got that? Oh, Emma, 3 kilos. Well done, kiddo. That's terrific. And a couple of AJ, a couple of kilos there. Now, Emma, we are going to be doing Jive today. I didn't let everybody know in advance, did I? I apologise about that. But we're jiving today. So we're going to I'll just very quickly go over what we've done, but very briefly, and then we're going to add a little bit more. And we can start to build a bit of a routine. You can put it together any way you like, but we'll keep adding bits in. So it's Jive Wednesday. Is that a thing? It is now. It's a thing. So here we go. Oh, let's turn that up there so I can see. That's marvellous. Oh, there we go. I hope that's not going to set the tone for the day. Right, okay, so remember the Jive question from Lee all the way from Arizona. Scottsdale, Arizona. Wonderful for golf, by the way, if you like a bit of golf. He's asked about East Coast swing and Jive and the similarities in the technique of the two dances. And basically the triple step or the 3-step is the same thing with the back step. And a chasse there and chasse there. A back rock and 1 and 2. And back rock, ba-bum, back rock. Now, that's our jive. The difference between swing dancing and sort of the ballroom jive is the ballroom jive has got a bit of a bounce, especially when you're doing kick, pull, change, and kick, pull, change, and kick, pull. So there's always this constant bounce going, even when you're doing the chasses. You're not bouncing like a ridiculous person, but you're doing a swing here, but there's an up, and up, and up, and up. So there's a little hop and hop. And as is always with these things, certainly in competition dancing, it all gets exaggerated. So it's sort of, although it's supposed to be quite down, it's sort of become quite high. East Coast swing, the swing style of dancing, is much more, it's much more down. We don't really go up. That's just because we're swinging. Dee da and dee da yum. I almost don't take any steps when I'm doing swing dancing. I just say up, beat, beat. This was the lady, by the way. She's quite bendy, just the way I like her. Now, that's essentially the difference in technique. The pattern of the steps remains the same, certainly in the basic steps. So I hope that's answered your question, Lee. I know you're not going to join us till 3 o'clock this afternoon. You're the middle of the night for you over there in Arizona. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do a little variation called, it's a terrible name. Change the hand behind the back. Doesn't sound very exotic, does it? Because it sort of just says what it does, really. I mean, they must have run out of fancy names by this point. So we're literally changing the hand behind the back. I know. So I'll just do that first, and then I'll add it onto something that we've done. So it comes again, the pattern from the jive, chasse, ra-di-da-a-ya-da-da. Let the hips go if you want. This is the step pattern. Now the direction of the step pattern changes. These are the boy steps. The lady steps go a back, replace a chasse there, a chasse there. Back, replace a chasse there, a chasse there. It seems ridiculous when I'm backing you to dance. That's the pattern of the steps, the direction, and there's a turn, that's the bit that changes. So, for the boys first, we go, oh, and James, hello James, nice to see you. And Roy and Barbara as well, from Cambridge, gorgeous. Now, we're doing this. Boys, you go back, you're going to go back, right, you're quite right, I did forget. And now I'm going to chasse to my left, chasse there. And as I'm doing that, I'm doing a turn. because for a moment I want to back my lady. So I'm sort of turning in front of my girl. So I go, if she's there, imagine she's there. She's magnificent. What a fine, fine dancer she is. Just there. Very see-through today, but marvellous nonetheless. Back, replace. Now I'm going to turn my back on her. Sta, be, da, and be, ba, da, and back, replace. So I come back to facing her, but I've done a turn. So I go, and back, rock. Chasse left, chasse right, back, rock. All right? Now, ladies, you do this. Back, rock. So you do this. You go back, rock, chasse right towards your partner. Then you go chasse left, back, rock. So you continue to face your man or your partner or the leaders and followers, however you want to describe it. So you, the leader and the follower, there, the follower part, or if you're dancing with a lady, the lady's part, she remains facing the man. So she goes back, rock, ya, da, 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 dee, da, da, back, replace. Now there's I have to be honest with you, I have an ounce of doubt in my mind. I might give you a bum steer, but let's just do the men's parts first and I'll show you how the hands work. I should have checked this before I started, shouldn't I? So, here we go. Boys, you've got the lady's hand in your left hand, all right? So, we're going to start like, oh, something's going on in the other room. So, here we go. I'm going to give a back rock. So, I've got the lady's, right hand here. So, she'll be here, back rock, like this. So, I'm here. I go back rock. I'm going to do chasse to the left. And as I transfer and go to my right, I then take my lady's hand. Can you hear that in the background? Those are 3-year-old children obviously not getting what they want or their way, which is sort of normal, I think. Let's do that again. We go back, rock. I'm going chasse to my left. Here, I've got her hand in my hand. I then transfer her hand from my left hand into my right hand as I do the chasse to the right. And then I go back, rock. Ready? One more time. And back, rock. I'm chasseing. I transfer it behind and I chasse. Now, ladies, you do this. You go back, rock. You go chasse. He transfers the hand. You go chasse. And then you swap the hand back, rock. Or you can leave the hand where it is. It depends what you're going to do next. Back, rock. Chasse, chasse, back, rock. Now, boys, you go back, rock. You go chasse, chasse, in an exaggerated arm movement, a chasse, and back, rock. So there's a moment there where I've turned in front of my partner to back her. Now, ladies, this invariably the ladies are doing all the turn when we're dancing together, and they're turning in front of the boys, and men are turning the ladies under the arm, things like that. But on this occasion, we go back, rock. I go chasse towards her. I turn. Take her hand behind my back, and I go back, rock. And ladies, you just go back, rock, a chasse in, a chasse out, back, rock, like this. Now, what can we do before that? So right now we've got back rock, we've got back rock, we've got chasse, chasse. Now we've got this underarm turn. Do you remember the underarm turn? So for the ladies, your underarm turn goes back, rock, chasse there. I'm going to turn towards you. So I'll go under the arm, chasse there, back, rock. Now you can do it from here. Or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6. All right? Boys, you go back, rock, chasse, she goes under, chasse, and back, rock. Now I can just do the step. Behind, back, rock. Yeah? Not bad? All right, good. This is, I'm going to go to my thing. Let's see what you're doing. Let's see the questions. Any questions? Any questions? Oh, hello, here we go. Oh, we've got a couple of new people joining us all the way from Germany as well. I'll have to get that on my phone. I'll have a look at that. Kathleen, it would be nice to have some music. It would help. Now, yes, Kathleen, you're quite right. I put a question into somebody about this, the technicalities of music, and make sure, because we're streaming live on a channel, this is on a TV channel essentially. I'm just going to make sure it's okay for me to use the music, and in case sort of the rights, the PRS, I think they call it, yeah, PRS, and it sort of, otherwise it's going to, could end up costing a huge amount of some money to pay to use all the music, you see. So we'll see if we can use music, or if we can, I'm going to set it up and we'll start using some music because I'd like to talk to you about timings, and as soon as we put the music together, it will all make perfect sense. So that's a very good question, and thank you for that question. I've got another one here actually from, I've got to say a happy birthday. Now I promised I would, so I'm going to, and it is a happy, oh, not that one there, that's not that. I've got, here we go. Yes, here we go. Lara Sophia, greetings from Germany. And I've got Anna here, who's written this in German. I won't try and read it, I might offend the whole nation. Ich bin nicht die Einzige. I've actually just tried to do it, haven't I? So I've offended the whole nation, apologies. But they're from München, all the way from Munich. So Anna, lovely, and welcome to you both. Thank you very much indeed. It's lovely to see you all joining us. I hope you're getting involved. You can get involved in the chat as well, because that's half the fun. Frankie, Drunken Sailors and Jive may be an idea. Frankie, we're going to do a Drunken Sailor now. Now, Drunken Sailors are lovely, and they are basically, it's just a jive chassis, really, but with essentially same sort of principle. But it has the yum ba ba, a ya di da, you do it like you're a drunken sailor. So you're just going ra di da, a ya di da. So all it is really is a side cross place. Sorry, it goes behind side to the side. So you go behind, it's the same for both ways, so I'll show you forward, then I'll turn it around. So you go behind, so with the right foot, to the side with the left foot, and then step to the side with the right foot. Behind, so cross, side, side. Cross, side, side, and cross, side, side. Now for going the other way, we go and cross, side, side, and cross, side, side. Yumpy bum, a yumpy bum. 1, 2, rum-ba-da, a ya-da-da, a ya-da-da. Now these things that you'll see, we do a lot of these sorts of things on streetcar dancing because they're a lovely little step. And if you can get that ri-dum-ba-rum-ba-ba, it has a lovely sort of feel to it. Now the more you can do anything with this, because you can start to embellish, you can start to ronde the leg and sort of build it up and make it a bit more, I like to call it sloshy, where it just sort of wanders about all over the place. I quite like that. I think that's quite attractive. But the key to it really is that this foot, the one that goes behind, the heel doesn't go down. So as long as you keep that on the toe, you'll be fine. Because otherwise it all starts to get heavy and rocks backwards and forwards. We don't want that. We want a tipping from the side. So it looks like, the drunk guys walking down the road. I love you. This guy here. It's one of them, rather than one of these. It's not one of these. That's horrific. That's something else entirely. So we go toe side to the side, toe side to the side, toe side to the side, and 1, 2. And now for perfection, we're not really into perfection right now, but we'll do it just. We'll just talk about it briefly. As I go toe, this step to the side is also on a toe, but a low toe, so I don't fall into it. The key really is to keep the weight nice and central. A ra di da, a ra di da, a ya di da, a ya di da. Then I can sway from the upper body, and I can start to roll the shoulders if I want. Now it has a sort of a different feel, but the step remains the same. So with all these things, how you style them and how you decide to perform them means you can create your own sort of feel to them. But the principle, the pattern underneath, that remains the same. So as long as you don't change that too much, as long as you keep that pretty constant, the whole thing will be exactly as you'd like it to be. And then you can sort of embellish any way you wish. I do a lot of embellishing on Strictly Come Dancing. I find myself doing more embellishing than I do the sort of straight stuff, quite frankly. But, you know, needs must. So one more time here. Ya-dee-da, ya-dee-da, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Now the jive, the music of the jive is principally in 2/4 time. So 2 counts to each bar of music. But we all often invariably end up dancing to 4/4 counts, 4 bars, or 4 beats to each bar of music, which is essentially the same thing, but the accent's slightly different. But most people wouldn't really notice the difference. So, but on this here we go 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and that timing is 2 beats, but we split one of them in half. So the 1 and 2. So the 2 beat we split in half, and the first bit we do as a whole beat. So it's still 2 beats, 3 steps, 2 beats. 1 and 2, ya ba ba, yum ba bum ba yum ba bum. Same the other way, and rum be dum, yum ba dum, rum be dum ba dum. That's actually the lyric to that song, rum be bum. I use it a lot. I quite like it. Now, let's have a quick look here. So Frankie, thank you very much. Very good suggestion. This is your lesson. I'm getting the hang of this, Anna. Well done, you. Thank you very much. Jan, you play the piano. I'm sure it helps with timing in the dance steps. Do you know I used to teach years ago, Jan, when I used to teach. I don't teach. I haven't taught for 20 years now. But when I used to teach people to dance, private lessons, one thing, I had a wonderful couple came to see me, and they were wonderfully keen dancers. They were terrific, really. And he was a pianist. He was a wonderful pianist. Couldn't dance on time. I had no explanation for that. Go away and tinkle away, and absolutely beautiful, and then come to dance and always be out of time on the first step. Now, what's that? I have no explanation for that. That's the first time I've really been, and the last time I've really been sort of foxed by a pupil. I've been amazed by some, but that was the first time I've ever gone, I don't know what to say about that. So, well done everybody. Jive, how are we doing here? Let's see if we've got any more. I remember that. Oh, Katie, I remember those days as well. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, connection not good today, Deborah. Oh, I apologise about that. I hope it's improved itself as we've gone on. It looks good to me on my end, so it might be your end. So let's just go over that one more time. Actually, there's one more thing I'd just like to go over as well. We did the American spin before. I'm just going to do that one more time for you, because I know it's a slightly difficult step, and the ladies got all the work to do. Boys, you just go back, step, chassé, chassé. Marvellous. Ladies, do one more time with the American spin. I'm going to do it towards you so you can see it. I'm going to go back on my right foot, replace. I'm going to chassé towards you here, and then as I step onto that right foot here, I'm going to do a spin. Now chassé away. Then I go back, rock. So one more time for luck. Back, rock, I chassé towards you, and between the 2 chassés, I do a spin, and then chassé away. Now, you can do as much, as I said before, you can do as much or a little with the spin as you like. You can do a little bit of a chassé towards you, a little spin like this, and then chassé back. Chassé, and you can do all the turn on the chassé, which is actually a really lovely way to do it as well. Or if you want to get fancy schmancy, you can do a whole turn and then chassé out. I've seen people try and do double turns there, unsuccessfully of course, but I've seen them try. And chassé in, chassé out, back, replace. Now Craig Ribbald talks about spotting, all that old malarkey. Now on this instant, a spot is a good thing actually. If you're going to try and do a bigger turn, the spot is a good thing. And what that is really I look at you, here I start to turn, and then I flip my head round and then complete the turn. So the head whizzes round like this. And that basically stabilises my balance. So I know where I'm going to I know where I'm beginning from, and I know where I want to come out. And as soon as I spot you there, I can finish, and I regain myself, and I'm back in balance. Ya, ba, chassé in, turn, chassé out, back, replace. Well done everybody. That was terrific. So change your hand behind the back. We've got the American spin done there. We've got the Drunken Sailor, yum, and yum, ya, ya. Now you can do this side by side, the Drunken Sailor, or you can do it in front of each other. So if we're in front of each other, I go back on my left, and the lady goes back on your right. Now you can also do this if you want to. It's not the absolute Drunken Sailor, but it's a variation on a theme. If one person's going backwards and you want to travel it, the other person can go in front. That sort of turns into a little bit of Botafogo here from Samba 1 and 2. Samba makes me feel a bit unpleasant. So it's a sort of a different step, but the timing and everything remains sort of the same, and you can travel it then. You can travel it forwards or backwards if you so wish. Well done, everybody. Thank you very much indeed. Jive Wednesday. Well, who knew that was a thing? Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of the day. It's hot today. Hot one today. And if you can make 3 o'clock, lovely. We're going to do a bit of work on the old legs today. Somebody's asked if we can do some work on the legs. So we're going to do a bit of a leg session. I hope that doesn't put you off. It's sort of putting me off a bit, but I hope it doesn't put you off. Much love. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. And thank you very much. And I'll see you, if you can't make 3 o'clock, I'll see you in the morning. Thank you.